Should the Mets go after JD Martinez and replace Mark Vientos at DH and maybe sub out Baty and Vientos at third? Let's answer the first part before we get to the platoon of Baty and Vientos at third. I get something you have pushed, the side of let Vientos play and see what he has. I totally understand it. The lineup gymnastics with Martinez are so much easier. That's why you have fans asking this, because it's like, well, batting JD Martinez behind Pete Alonso looks pretty damn good. So here, it's really now or never, Joe. I mean, we're getting to crunch time. Like, if we want Martinez to be out there for the beginning of the season, they have to get this done soon. He's got to sign somewhere eventually. His market has not sounded overly hot. We've heard the Mets and the Angels from John Heyman recently. Just a gut feeling, and he might not have a choice. I don't know why Martinez would want to go to the Angels with the state of that team right now, but hey, you gotta work. I get it, Joe. Let me just say that. If they sign JD Martinez, as when you're constructing the lineup, it becomes there's so much more clarity.
Let me make it clear. If the Mets sign JD Martinez in 5 minutes while we're on this show, I'm not going to throw my microphone out the window.
Leaving.
And yeah, I'm not going to be angry that the Mets signed a guy that posted a 900 OPS. The fan in me, just the fan that wants the Mets to win every single year. Yeah, you signed JD Martinez. Like, that's makes perfect sense, especially with a market that likely is just not what he had hoped, because, you know, when you look at it, people are like, well, sign him for $10 million. I think if he said he would sign for $10 million, a couple teams would probably start calling. Yeah. So I'm thinking the price is probably still up there. And in a way, credit to the Mets, if we're going to believe John Heyman's reporting, which we should. I think he certainly has.
His track record stands for itself.
He's got his finger on the pulse of everything, you know, going on, especially in this market. You know, you keep in touch with JD, and if the price becomes a price that makes sense, yeah, you take the certainty over the uncertainty. I get that. But if the price is going to be $17, $18 million or in that range, and then you do the 110% on top of it, you're simply not going to get value, number one. Like, no matter how good JD Martinez is, you're not going to get $37 million worth of value out of him as a DH. And two, it's basically the end of Mark Vientos. That's what it comes down to. We can play around and say you're going to platoon him, but guess what? All these people saying the platoon him were sending us mailbag questions in December that Mark Vientos is incapable of playing third base and he can't play there. Right. So it is a tough needle for us to thread as a podcast that is trying to cover the team and explain like organizational thought and philosophy, but also being diehard Met fans that want the Mets to win. So I see both sides. I don't think anybody's wrong in this. If you're a fan and you want JD Martinez, you make all the sense in the world to me. And if you're the Mets and you want to see what you have in your young players so you can establish the plan going forward, I get that too.